Welcome, people of all ages. Oh, whoops, that's not family friendly. Alright, there we go. Welcome, people of all ages. Today, I'm going to be doing a FlipaClip tutorial.
I told you to shut up, Isidro.
Today, we're going to be doing
Isidro!
Today, we're going to be doing a FlipaClip tutorial. I'm going to be showing you, like, the basics of FlipaClip if you're barely downloading it. This might be helpful for you if you're dumb. If you're not dumb, then this might not help at all. Because, yeah, okay. So these are the basics of FlipaClip. Just gonna name this test.
Oh my god, I told you to shut up. Stop.
Okay, so then you could change the FPS to whatever you want, but I would recommend 12 if you're not dumb. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so now that you're...
Oh my god, Isidro, what did I tell you?
What did I tell you?
Shut up. Okay, so the top... Oh, whoops. Here, let me make it landscape so it's easier for you guys to see. So the button on the top left is the back button. So then if you press it, it goes back to the menu where all your animations are. Whoops. So it goes back to the animations where all your animations are. So then the next button is... Oh, what happened? Okay, so the next button is the pen tool. This is really good for like line art. Like for say, these are all the tools, by the way. The highlighter, it's like a normal highlighter. You could turn it into a pencil by putting the opacity all the way up and turning the color black. That turns into like a thick marker pen if you like that, if you're into that. This is just a regular pen tool. There's the brush. So if you're into brushes or something, turn the opacity up so it's like that. And then there's the pencil tool, which is what I use for sketching, as you saw in my speed paint video for new icon, which I actually changed in Fire Alpaca. That's what I use to draw now. But not to animate, not yet, at least, not yet. So, oh my god. Alright, so the eraser button, it's an eraser. If you don't want it to be, like for example, if you draw, if you draw something like this, and then you go to the eraser tool to erase it, and it does that effect, you could change that by going to this, dragging it down, and turning it to 0%, and it doesn't do that anymore. This is how you change the size of everything that you're doing. This is always going to be the opacity, and then tap it to change the color. Well, you can't really change the color of an eraser, but if you could, then that would be there. Like, for example, tap this, and then this square thing shows up. It's like in Photoshop, but not really. So, yeah. And then there's the paint bucket. There's the selection tool. So, for example, if I draw a circle... Wait, too big. If I draw a happy face, and the eyes aren't in place, I could just zoom in. You zoom in with 2 fingers, by the way. You pinch to zoom out, and then you rotate the screen with 2 fingers as well. So like side to side like that. And then you just select the eyes, and then there's 3 options that comes up: flip horizontally or flip vertically. Vertically is it just flips it vertically. Like for example, if I draw an oval. Oh, whoops, that's not how I draw. So if I draw an oval, and then I select it, and then I flip horizontally, then it would do that, flip it horizontally, and then vertically is like this, so it just flips it upside down. So yeah, and then the delete, of course, it deletes it. So yeah, that's how you do it. And then this is how to rotate. You can change the anchor point, so then wherever you do it, it rotates that. And this is to make it bigger or smaller. This is to like not really skew it. I'm not sure if you can skew. No, you can't skew, but this is to like stretch it, and this is to make it more, yeah, it's like squash and stretch basically. Move the anchor point back to the middle so I can actually do this. Alright. And then there's the paint bucket tool, which of course it's a paint bucket. You guessed it. Opacity. You can't change the opacity. Wait, can you? No, you can't. So, and then like colors right here, the color picker. And then there's the text tool, which is what I used to do my previous animation. The remake of Jacob's animation. Great animation, by the way. Yeah, it's a remake of his animation. So yeah, you just tap to enter text, and then it's pretty simple from here. Type whatever you want. Click done, and then if you want to change the font, I'm not really sure. Maybe you have to double click it. Double click it, and then there's like the font where you could choose, and then this is the size of the text, and this is the opacity and color, of course, as everything else. So yeah, that's how you do that. Those are all the tools, and then this is the add sound tool. I can't really add sound right now because I'm recording. It doesn't let me add sound when I'm recording, so that's the only thing that sucks. But all you need to do is click the plus button. There's gonna be 3 options, I'm pretty sure, and then the first one is to like record your own sound like at that point, and I'm not sure what the next one is. I'm gonna have to stop recording to show you this one. Wait, is it recording? Okay, yeah. All right, so there's 3 buttons. There's the record your own audio button, and then there's the audio library, which costs money. So if you just want to do cheap like me, then don't pay for anything on FlipaClip, I guess. Yeah. And then there's the top one, which is the very top one. It lets you download audio. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, and then there's the bottom. The bottom is the frames. If you tap on a frame that you want, then it lets you duplicate it or copy it, and then put a new frame, and then click on the paste, copy the frame, and then paste it. That's what that does. And then the delete frame, of course, it deletes the frame. And then there's the new frame to the left, and then there's the new frame to the right button. And then if you just want to add a frame without pressing that, you can just press the plus button right here. Anyways, I'm just going to delete these real quick. Okay, and then this thing button is the layers. You could only do 3, but if you want to have more layers, then you could, of course, pay for it, as always. Yeah. And then this is how you move the layers around. For example, if I do this, I could move them around. You could merge them, but that costs money if I show you. Yeah, premium features. If you want to pay for FlipaClip, I mean, you can, but I wouldn't, because you could just do most things with everything. This is the ruler tool. There's three buttons that you can use. You can use the ruler for straight lines, the circle for like if you don't know how to draw a circle like me, then you could just do that. I messed up on accident. Like if you don't know how to draw a circle, then bam, you just do that. Yeah. And then there's the the square button, so like you could draw squares. And then if you want to draw like a rectangle, I'm not really sure how to do it, but all I know is that you could do this like with round edges. If you want it to be a round edge, I don't really know what to do. I'm guessing you could make the size of anything really big, and then it automatically makes it a round corner, because of course like that. But yeah, that's the ruler tool. And then if you don't want to go here and copy the frame like that, then you could of course go to the top right here and click the copy frame. And then if you add a new frame and then click the button right next to it, it pastes it. And then, yeah, so that's what it does. But if you're on a different layer, then it won't let you copy it. So you make sure you're on the layer that you want to copy it. Copy it and then paste it. So that's how you do it. I'm just going to delete this because, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can lock layers. And then you could unlock them by tapping the lock button on the left. And you could delete layers, but I'm not going to do that right now. And then, like, next, if you say, like, if you mess up, like, if you accidentally do that, and you don't want to erase it, because then if you erase it, it's going to erase the whole thing, you could just press the undo button until it was like that where you wanted it to be. And then the redo button, if you like something and then you accidentally erased it, you could just press the redo button. And then there's the big button, which resizes everything. For example, if I'm zoomed in on his mouth, and then I draw something really cool like a mustache, and then I wanted to see the whole picture, I could just press the button, and then it zooms out for me. And then these 3 polka dots right here, it's the well, these are all the things. I'm going to talk about this later. If onion is not ticked on, make sure to tick it on, because when you're animating, you really want that, because you can see your previous frame. And then with the grid, like, it's just a grid, so you can measure things. Like, for example, if you draw a face, and you want the eyes to be the same length or size, you could just trace one of the squares and keep it in proportion. And then you could do it again, and that's how you keep the sizes. Or you could just go back to the selection tool, copy one of the eyes, copy it, and then paste it, and then you can move it around like that. In my opinion, that's how I do my eyes, so like they're both the same. Yeah. And then there's add image, which I used in my new channels video. You could take a screenshot or download any images, add an image, and then like it brings you to your folder, and then you could add any image that's on in your phone or whatever you use to use FlipaClip. There's add video, which is of course the same thing, but you just pick one of your videos. And then make movie is like how you export it, basically. I didn't talk about these two on the top, so I'm just going to talk about those now. Frames viewer is where you can see all your frames in one. If you want to select multiple frames at a time, you can hold one and then tap another. And then if you want to delete a frame, you could just do that. In my opinion, this is the easiest way to copy and paste frames. I used to just do it manually by copying and pasting like this. Like I used to copy and then paste and like that. That's how I used to do it, but now I know that you could actually do it like this. Copy and paste, you just copy it, wait till you have 12 frames, and then copy those 12 frames, which is 1 second if you're using 12 FPS, and then you could copy it, and then you could paste it again, so then now it's 24 frames. Also, there's numbers, so yeah. And then you could also move frames around. For example, if one of them doesn't have a mustache, you can delete it, and then if they don't move, then like for example, if you want a frame, like if you want a loop animation, for example, and then the animation has to be the same from the beginning and from the front, then you could just copy the frame with when he doesn't have a mustache, copy it, paste it, but when you paste it, it's right here. That might be helpful for when you want it to do it like that, but if you don't want it to do it, just click and hold, press and hold, and then you can move it around wherever you want. Make sure it has to be selected though. You could go down and then make it a loop animation, like that. And then there's the new frame button, of course the same thing, and then the paste button, which is the same thing again. The share button, I'm not sure what that does. Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, it shares it. Yeah. Okay, and then the project settings is on the very top. What? Yeah. Okay, so the project settings, you're gonna want to go here, and then this is how you edit your animation. You could change the FPS here. You could change the canvas size, or you could change the background. And then after you're done, press Save Changes. And yeah, that's really it. FlipaClip. Make your movie. That's how you do that. I'll be making more FlipaClip tutorials in the future if you want that to be a thing. If you're dumb, then you probably want the tutorials, but if you're not dumb and normal, like a normal human being, then you probably don't want the tutorials, because it's pretty, FlipaClip is very user-friendly, if you know what I'm saying. You could remove the FlipaClip watermark if you want, but of course that's for premium features. I'm just going to show you all the features. There's advanced drawing grid settings, so like you could change the size and opacity. Export PNG image sequence, so like that. Custom canvas size, which is I would recommend, but if you don't want to spend money, then just download Fire Alpaca on a computer. Remove ads, which is like if you don't want ads every time that you go back to a thing, like the beginning of the video, I guess. Backup project to file. I don't really know what that does, but you could buy it, and well, it tells it backup individual products into a file, easily share them across devices. Yeah. Onion advanced settings, so you could, for example, in Macromedia Flash, there's like this option where you could change how many frames you want the onion skin to be. So yeah, that's that. More layer options, merge and add up to 6 layers. And then if you want more than that, I don't know you could do it. Add a video limit removed, so it's more than 6 second limit. But the video limit for me, I don't know if that's really a thing for everybody, but it lets me do any type of long video. I don't know if that's like a glitch, but they should keep it like that so you don't have to pay for more than 6 seconds. Add your own audio. I don't know. Oh yeah, you could add your own audio, but yeah, like any in formats. Remove FlipaClip watermark. Well, if you want to buy all these without like wasting more money than it is, then you could buy all premium features with $6, and all this together is way more than $6. I'm just gonna tell you that. So if you want to actually spend money on FlipaClip, then you could just buy all of the premium features. Yeah, and that's it. That's FlipaClip. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Yeah, alright. Peace.
Thank you everybody. First off, I don't even know how this is possible, but 2 days ago I was at 50 subs and now I'm at 60. Yeah, thank you guys. I couldn't have done this without you guys. I'm serious, that's how YouTube works. Well, 60 subs is not really my milestone. I'm trying to get 100, but this is a big step. 10 every single day, if that's even possible. If you guys could do that, 10 subs every day. That's pretty cool. Yeah, thanks for subscribing, I guess. Yeah, you could add me on Snapchat, graphic number 1 if you don't already know, because of my banner. It's pretty obvious. But other than that, thank you guys. I just finished recording a tutorial video for FlipaClip. So yeah, if you want to watch that, then that's pretty lit. But other than that, thank you guys. I would not have done this without you. That's actually how YouTube works. So yeah, I couldn't have done this without you guys. Thanks for subscribing.